Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Jodi and I'm really glad that you're here today. If you are a returning subscriber, thanks so much for subscribing and for showing up every week when I post a new video. And if you're new, I hope you like the content as we are all about supporting and helping busy and ambitious women over 40 look and feel our very best. We're starting to build a really great community of supportive women by leaving comments down below so that each of us can learn from one another. So thank you for that. Now today's video is going to be a little bit on the, dare I say, painful side for me, not for you as you watch it. However, if this is something that you want to embark in, I do have to say it is a little painful, and I'm not recommending that you do or you don't do this. I am simply saying that this is one of the things that I have done every 3 to 4 weeks for probably 30 years. And I learned it from, you know, it's funny when people say things to you when you're younger and it leaves such an impression on you, and then as you get older you sort of have to stop and pause and say, does that still really make sense that I do that? Well, I attended Barbizon modeling school way back. Do they even have that anymore? And one of the things that the lady said to me is, and I was in my 20s, she said, oh, you have a little bit of peach fuzz. And I thought, doesn't everybody have that? So ever since then, I have been waxing my face from about here down, and then I'll do my eyebrows also. Now, ouch. Now, it's not really painful. It's just like waxing your legs, and the more you do it, the less painful it becomes. Now, like many of you, I heard the same things growing up as, oh, if you wax, it's gonna grow back thicker and darker. I can tell you from my personal experience, now I'm not a dermatologist, that that's never happened to me. The older I get, the more I find when I am out taking pictures, I just have that little fuzziness. And you know, if you're over 40, maybe 50, as you get older, it just seems to be, and I'm not even talking about the stray one that comes out under your chin from yesterday to today, and it looks like it had Miracle Grow on it overnight. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the little fuzz, and you really see it in pictures where you're in the sun, or if you're talking to someone and you catch a reflection of yourself in the sun and you're like, where did that come from? So I thought, gosh, I do this, so I feel the need to be honest about it and just say this is what I do, and I do it about every 3 to 4 weeks. Now, again, I'm not suggesting that you do this. If it's something that you decide you want to do, I will say that I use retinol on my face. You guys probably know that from some of my skincare routines. If you use retinol, retin-A, tretinoin, just give your skin a minimum of 5 days before you wax it if you use a retin-A type product, because it is meant to make your skin exfoliate. And I have in the past forgotten about that little rule and went to rip off a thing of wax, and there's definitely a raw spot that does take a couple days to heal. It will scab and looks terrible. For some people that could scar, so just don't do that. So definitely you don't want to wax if you are using any type of a retinol. In fact, you've probably heard that when you go to wax your legs or, you know, other parts that you might get waxed. So we're gonna get started. Now, I do usually wear an older sweatshirt, so forgive my very casual attire today, but I do wear a sweatshirt just in case I get any wax on it. I also will do this in the evening, and I'll probably have dermatologists screaming at me. I do this towards the end of the day after there's been more oil buildup on my face and where I have makeup. Now, the reason I do that is because I want to see where I've already taken the hair off and where I haven't, so that I don't miss any spots, but that I also don't go over the same spot twice. Because as our skin is already exfoliating, I don't want to go over with hot wax. Now, I keep all of my stuff in this cute little tote that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. And then I just made a little sticker on it that says wax, and then a label on this side that says wax, so that when I put it up on the top shelf of my closet, I've got one of these for nails, I've got one for pedicures, and I've got one for self-tanning. So, and then the labels just help me know which one it is. And I love these little totes because they're just super easy. It has a nice shelf on the top and has plenty of room in the bottom. Now, what I keep in here for the wax is all of the different tissues that I'm gonna need for the sizes that I'm gonna wax. And I like to use the natural strips, and I get the larger ones for my face, and I get the smaller ones, and this usually does around my mouth, and then I get smaller ones in here. I think they're right here. They're right here. And then I get the small ones for my eyebrows. And then in here I also keep the different stick sizes. Now because I do this with my makeup on, I use a different stick every time so that I'm not putting wax on, getting makeup on my stick, and then putting that into the wax. So I do use, I go through quite a few of these each time, but that's okay, that's what they're here for. And then we'll take some small ones. I can't believe I'm gonna do this on a video, but you know what? If it helps somebody and they just kind of want to get rid of that peach fuzz for a special occasion, or in my case for everyday living, then this should help you feel more confident in doing it. Now, the other thing I will do is with these sticks, I will get the fat round ones. I'll get the smaller round ones. And then I like to get these that have the edge on them right here, just so that when I go to do my eyebrows, I can get a nice straight line. Now you're probably wondering, how do I do all this? What wax do I use? I just have the little Gigi heater, and I put a little tray under it. These come and you're supposed to put them on the top, but I always just find that they get so messy that I keep it on the bottom. And then I usually will do this in my bathroom, and then I just have a piece of cardboard that I keep with me all the time, and I set that right on top, just so that I can minimize any wax getting on the counter. It can be messy and it can be equally as difficult to clean it up. So I really try to lay down some cardboard where I'm gonna do this so that I can keep myself from spending the next hour getting the wax off of the countertops. And my clothes, again, that's why I have on my more casual sweatshirt today. All right, so the first thing that I do is I like to start like right through here. So I'll put wax on this, and then I will just go right under here. And I'm noticing, I'm gonna get a little closer to the camera, and I'm noticing that like right under through here is where I'm starting to get a little bit more fuzzy. We are gonna take care of it today. I just take a little bit of the wax, like I said, and I just dip this. And you can see when it gets hot, you'll know when it gets hot because it's fully melted on the inside. And I just buy the Gigi wax that comes with it. I buy the honey one, the one that's for the face. There are different kinds of wax. I just prefer this one because it's always worked for me. And then you can tell that it's hot enough when you see that it's dripping, but that you don't want it to burn your skin. And then I'll just take a little bit like that, and I will just go just like that. And then I try to get a thin coat. I go through so many of these little spatulas. And then I just go, and I always make sure that you go right along this chin line, just about like that. Now, if you are at all squeamish, this is the part where you don't want to look. And this is where I'm gonna put on a really brave face. Like it doesn't hurt because I'm on video. It really doesn't hurt that bad. So then I just like to put it there and press really hard, avoiding my hairline because it will pull out your hair and it can hurt. I like to make sure that the cloth is pushed down everywhere. And then I like to pull going against the way the hair grows. So making sure that's not in my hairline, I just hold my skin a little bit tight and voila. See, not so bad. And then I just take that same one, and you can use these about 2 or 3 times, and just press it and hold my skin a little bit tight and up. Super easy. And I wish you guys could see how much softer that side of my face is. You can see it's probably a little red. And then I just go back and just clean up any areas. Now I'm not done with this side because I will go back and just go along my neckline. And then you can use these, I just use it where I haven't used it yet. And push it in. And off it goes. Your makeup will apply so much smoother after you've done this, you guys, that's really one of the reasons that I find that I keep doing it, is just because my makeup lays so much nicer on my skin Now, I will get pretty close to my eye. I don't recommend that you do that, especially if you're uncomfortable. I just know where to stop, so I don't mind going a little bit too close. And then this one, I just want to get a little bit smaller and just put it right there. And you want to get a thin enough layer so that you don't have to press, and when you're pressing, that you're pressing wax to go farther than what you want. That's really important, especially in the eyebrows, because if you put it too thick and then you take a cloth and press it to make sure that that cloth is really covered, you could be pressing wax farther onto your eyebrow than you want. Yes, sadly, I know that from personal experience. I had to call my sister and say, oh my gosh, really half of my eyebrow was showing up on this mesh. And I'm like, I don't even know what to do. It just, there's nothing you can do. You just have to let it grow back, and it takes some time. And the older we get, the longer it takes. So then I will just go across the whole face, really thin coats. So you guys leave me comments if you've ever done this, but it's such a easy thing to do, and it lasts for like 3 to 4 weeks. And I feel like the older I get, the less hair is growing back, and it lasts so much longer. But gosh, your face is just so smooth after you do this. That's what I love about it. Now see, you can tell where my makeup is coming off, which is why I like doing it now. Now, as soon as this is done, I will go in and wash my face immediately. You are exposing that fresh layer of skin, and then you have dirt and oil and makeup, so you do have to go wash right away. But I don't mind doing that. I just know that's part of the process. Once I have the bottom part of my face done, and I'll do that in a second, the rest of the side of my face, I just go to this smaller one, go right here. Now, unlike me, you guys don't have to like admit that you do this on, camera. You could do it in the privacy of your own home. You can do it on Sunday nights, whatever, and no one will be the wiser. It probably looks like it really hurts, but it doesn't hurt. It really doesn't hurt that bad. It stings for like just a second, but it's not bad at all. But if you're going on vacation somewhere and you're gonna be in the sun, or if you live in, in the South or in some sunny areas where it's always sunny and you just feel like, gosh, I just feel like some of my pictures have a little bit of that peach fuzz, or you just want a good way to exfoliate your skin, this might be an option for you. And then again, just get real close to the hairline, but not on the hairline unless you're wanting to, clean up a hairline. You can kind of see how my face is getting red, so I really do want to go wash it here in a second, but I love the fact that I can tell where I've used the wax and where I haven't. Next, I'm just gonna go with this angled brush, this angled pick. What is it, a stick? Pick stick. You can tell it's the end of the day. I usually do my videos in the morning. That's when I just feel like I'm the freshest. This one is 8:30. Yes, it's 8:30, so bear with me. Okay, now for this, I just like to, like I said, have that angle brush, and I just like to make a nice line, real thin, right where I am going to want that hair removed. And over time, you get comfortable knowing where that wax should go, where you want your hair and where you don't. And then again, I like to just press against the way the hair is growing, so against the growth. Yeah, just like that. Okay, one more eyebrow and this is done. Just go really light across the top. Now, I like to be very sanitary about this, so I use different sticks every time, even though it's my own wax. I still don't like to put bacteria in the wax, so I just use a clean brush every time. Not brush, but you know what I mean. Spatula. And then I wash my face, like I said, immediately after I'm done with doing this. And then this one's gonna be a little trickier. Now on your lower eyebrow, obviously that's the place where you wanna be the most careful, because you definitely don't wanna go too low, you don't wanna go too high into your eyebrow, and you definitely don't wanna get any of your lashes, which I am guilty of. So you're just gonna put the wax obviously where you want to remove the hair. So obviously if you have any skin conditions, You know, I'm certainly not suggesting that this is for everyone. I'm just showing you what I do. Because obviously if you had sensitive skin or something, this would not be a good thing to do. So it's not unlike getting your legs waxed. I don't think it's very similar. I've had my legs waxed. And sometimes it's nice to go in and have a professional reshape your brows so that then you have a template that you can work from. Now the reason I like this cloth versus the white ones is because I just feel like this always gets the wax off. And sometimes on those white ones I can wax and then half the wax is still sitting there. And I don't have that issue with this natural muslin cloth. And now that I have all that wax off, I will go wash my face with coconut oil. You can buy things to help this process. For example, there's some spray, some numbing spray you can use. There is some wax off that you can buy just so that you can get wax off of surfaces. There's also a wax off for your skin. There's a slow grow with argan oil that you can put on certain areas of your body if you've waxed them and you want to slow down the growth of the hair. And this is prep, so pre-wax cleanser. Yeah, I probably should use this, but I don't for the reasons that I already mentioned. And then there's all-purpose surface cleaner. This is more like fingernail polish remover, I kind of think, if I was to look at it. So I try not to use this very often by just avoiding getting it everywhere. So there you go, you guys. That is just something that I do, again, every 3 to 4 weeks. Just keeps my skin nice and smooth. It keeps it very exfoliated. And I love the way my makeup applies. So I'm gonna go wash the rest of my face so that I don't have a breakout tomorrow because I have 2 big videos I need to shoot and I cannot have acne. So I'm gonna go. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit share and subscribe and leave me a comment. All of that stuff matters and I really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Have a good rest of your day or your night and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.